What's going on, guys? We're back with another replay analysis, this time of MrPopoJunior. As we see right here, TG MrPopoJunior. He was playing with a teammate in this game. It was a little confusing, but for this replay, he was all-star playing with a teammate after being demoted from superstar, playing with a different teammate, and he's been trying to reach champion rank by playing with better teammates. He says, almost all my wins have been in doubles have been through solo queuing, but now I need to work with my team to win. I mean, one thing I always say, for at least when you're in the purple ranks, is it's actually easier to rank up without teammates, I think, by playing solo. When you're in the blue ranks, it's probably better to have a teammate that you're willing to work with, but when you do get in purple ranks, because of how the rank system works, like if you have a champion and you're playing with a blue rank, then it's going to bump everyone up to champion rank, like when you play, so it'll be actually a little bit tougher there. But for blue ranks, sure, like I would say a teammate is probably pretty useful. And he also wants me to say hi to GJDM92. That's a mouthful. What's going on, man? But anyway, let's get into this replay. Patreon.com/Gibbs00. I already wasted enough of your time, so I'm not going to go too much into that. But let's go back all the way to the start, and we'll start this over with MrPopoJunior. All right. We'll go with face-off. Start it off. We might draw here. We might not. I had to turn off my background audio thing because my Rocket League was kind of going haywire, so it's going to be a little bit funky when I alt-tab. So this is a pretty good play here. It's a weird 50-50, and the ball is coming back at him. One thing he could have done right here, he probably has no boost, actually. Like I was going to say jump and try and throw it in the corner, but this is actually not a bad play. He gets behind the ball and just kind of throws it to the side. It's basically a block / clear as well, or not clear, but at least throwing away from his own net. So, pretty solid play. This is a pretty nice dribble by Johnny Bravo. I'm going to go to this real quick with the Mercmobile. And this is why you should try and challenge players a little bit more consistently. You don't want them doing dribble moves like this on you, and you don't want to give people time. This wasn't really Mr. Popo's play, because after his clear, he tries to make another clear. It hits off the bad part of the wall, though. It doesn't go up the wall, obviously. But Love Knight being a little bit too cautious here on this play. Just a little bit. And then he just reads wrong, like, when to go. Normally, I would go, like, right after this hit right there, you immediately attack. Like, once they make their move, you try and attack them as quickly as you can. But he still delays just a little bit more and can't get a good angle for the block. And turns into a goal. But that's why, like, you generally don't want to give people time. Because around these levels, like around these blue ranks, at times, like, they can do some good stuff. At the same time, though, they can also do pretty awful plays. So if you're in a terrible spot, then you're better off just letting them try for it. But there are times when you should push up, when you're feeling pretty comfortable. So it's a pretty good pass and play. Actually, not really. It kind of just works out. The other guy just kind of throws it in. This is a fine play, though, just throwing it up off the wall. Just trying to make something happen, just throwing pressure on. Sometimes by just putting pressure on the other team, it'll end in a goal. So, worked out there. Right, another face-off. I'm not a huge fan of this, like, centering he does on this face-off again. Like, I would say, try and push it to the way that you're driving to, so push it to the right. It works out here, though. It kind of just overpowers both of them, actually, which works out well. Goes for their boost, which is risky, but at the same time, he knows that his teammate is getting the next touch, so he has time to rotate back if needed. Love Knight, it looks like he was just trying to shoot, and he got a little lucky here with the pass. So let's see right here. So both guys going back. Pro Bono's got to make a play there, just to do something, but it worked out to be a really good pass. Not sure if it was supposed to be a shot or not, but either way, solid play. Solid boost grab. It worked out perfectly for him, like being on the offensive side. And at the same time, if you have boost, then it's not the end of the world. This is a play I actually like. This is a play that most people don't practice, is just going back for your own boost. Like, if you are going for the boost on the diagonal kickoff, like, I don't practice this at all, but he actually does a nice little half flip to get his boost pretty quickly, and then is able to turn around and be part of the play with some momentum as well, which is not a bad play. Personally, I like to at least cheat up on the face-offs, but I can see why on a diagonal, maybe just going for boost, because there's a good chance that it's just going to not be killed anyway. So pretty solid play there. Let's move on forward here. Lone Knight trying to make a pass. So this play right here, this is twos in a nutshell. You're waiting for a pass from your teammate. And when he does a weak pass like this, immediately he should turn around and leave. This is what will get you in trouble a lot in twos, is by trying to overcommit on a teammate's pass. Let's do a little drawing, I guess. So there'll be no sound for this. But, so, basically where he is right here, he's looking for a pass, like a high pass to the corner, or like if he hits it hard enough off this wall, and it comes out, and he can beat Johnny Bravo to the ball. If neither of those two happen, he should not be going for this ball, and he should just turn around and head on back. The problem is, because now with the goalies coming out, like it's a free touch for the goalie. He should know this, and he should turn around right away. What you generally want to do, like even if it's a bad pass in front of the net, like really high, wait for the juicy rebound that they give you. Let them fly, let them use boost, and just try and read their hit, and then make the next play. Don't go flying in. Like, if you're not going to be the first one to touch it, don't bother going in. It's not worth it in twos. It's just not a great idea, because it's a wide open net. This play here, Lone Knight just does a little bit of bad read. It's kind of a weird ball. It's not that weird of a ball. He should have hit this. He just tries to push out from the corner a little bit quicker. That little extra turn cost him there, and it turned into a goal. I'm going to go back to Mr. Popo's play here, since we're trying to focus on him a little bit more. Tries to go for the block. It just doesn't really work out. That's not a terrible idea, since there is someone in net. But it doesn't work out there, so I keep leaning over to the left. I think my camera is not centered correctly. I have to center this better next time. But, yeah, it turns into a goal. Unfortunate, but it happens. Ooh, this is a bad ball. Yeah, it's probably a goal. Is it a goal? Nope, it's not a goal. Very, very lucky here. Basically, he cheats up on the face-off. What you generally want to do with that is, if you don't have a lot of time, it doesn't seem like he thinks he has a lot of time. Like the guy with zero boost is probably making the play. He tries to throw it in his own corner, just doesn't get a good piece of it. It is a good idea, though, to do that. It works out that it doesn't go in. And Lone Knight gets the clear. It was actually a smart play for Popo to not go for that tip as well, because Lone Knight pushed it out more instead of just trying to throw it into your own corner. Then this aerial attempt, he just kind of reads it just a little bit wrong, like off the bounce. He's in the air, like ready for it, just doesn't boost early enough to get the height. So it doesn't work out there, but it's a good idea for sure, and it's a good idea to try and read that. Let's see what Lone Knight was doing on this play, though, when this pass happened. So pass happens. He knows his teammate's in the air. Right here, though, again, the whole when someone passes to you in twos and you get baited in and you move up just a little bit too much than what you should do. Once again, it's Johnny Bravo's ball. He turned to go for the ball just a little bit too much, and that cost him there. Just a little bit of a positional error, and that happens in twos all the time. You have to be extremely worried when a teammate is trying to pass it to you. Don't immediately go for it because they passed it to you. You have to read the pass, see if it's a good enough pass for you to actually go up, and if it's not, just turn around or wait for the rebound. A good idea here, he's trying to take it slow. Around, he does beat one, but like you have to jump right when you're about to be challenged to try and defend that 50-50 a little bit better than what he did. This is actually a really nice patient play until he misses this ball. Like, Johnny's not that close. He's not coming in. So, like, this is a smart play to try and take it out on your own. But I think he has zero boost and didn't realize it. So he just barely whiffs on it. What he could have done is actually just throwing this right into open space. Waited for the bounce, which is like here, and then just drive it into the open space. Or just dribble it out into this open space. Because Johnny's over here. He went, he kind of did look a little turn like that. To kind of leave the play or trying to get more centered. So the only place that you don't want to hit this ball is to the left. You want to hit it to the right. There's wide open space there. Like, Pro Bono is not going to be making a play. He might be able to, like, attack you from behind, which is not the end of the world, though. But here, instead, he just whiffs on it. It actually does work. Like, sometimes if you just completely miss, like, it will surprise the other team. Johnny was not ready for it. Lone Knight trying to make the play here. Makes two pretty good stops. Let's go over to Lone to see how this play developed here. So the whiff, he actually gets the pull shot clear. The problem is now he knows right then he's got to waste some time because Popo is out of the play. What I would have done is actually not tried to drive this ball forward. You see how he immediately tries to go forward with the ball? I probably would have just tapped that into my own corner and then tried for like a wall dribble or wall play. to try and keep them on their toes. Instead, he tries to go forward. He goes right to Johnny, and Johnny wins a pretty good 50-50, but great block there to make up for it. Good hustle on the way back. And Mr. Popo basically has no boost right now because Lone Knight took everything, but hey, like, he made the save, so it's good enough. Mr. Popo trying to come up there. That's a really dangerous play. He is really far away from this, and this ball does not pop out that far. But again, like, if he has no boost, this might be his best option, just because if he has to defend with no boost, it might be a little bit more trouble. I personally probably would have just let Johnny hit that to me, and it looked like that's what Johnny was going to do. But it was a really good challenge, and it works out. And a pretty good shot here. But I've talked about this before. Like, if you are going to shoot high and for a location, he's trying to shoot to the outside corner because Johnny is facing the inside corner, which is smart because it's a lot harder to save those. But if you do miss, then there is no pass opportunity at all. As we can see here, since he misses high over there, the ball's going to come out and go on like a pretty much impossible angle for his teammate. Now, if he hits it high for the inside post, it'll pop out right into this middle, and a pretty good shot for his teammate. So that's basically the difference of when you miss. You want to miss inside if possible, but I understand why he's going for that shot. The orange car is facing the near post, so he goes for the outside shot. Just barely misses it, though. We'll move on. See, now Lone Knight has to, like, turn all the way around it. Can't really get an angle on the shot. Tries to make a play off the wall to himself. Doesn't work out. Nice defense there. Lone Knight, really good pass. If they were on the same page, they could have really made something there work. But it's a lot of trust to just, like, fly into a pass like that. It doesn't work out. Lone Knight with the whiff, and whiffs are going to happen. And when they do, in twos, it's going to cost you a goal. It's pretty simple there. All right, we're going for the boost grab again. Again, I like to cheat, but it is working out. That is an advantage to grabbing the boost, is when the ball goes high like that. And if you have a teammate that you know is going to try and make the face-off go pretty much anywhere but the middle, then you don't want to cheat, so that works out. And then nice shot. Nice high chip by his teammate. Oh, just a little bit off, but at the same time, it's not the worst play. Again, Pro Bono is driving in to the right, so he's probably going to make a save no matter what. Your best bet is to try and throw it directly at him, actually. So let's go back here real quick. So right as he's coming in, like, if you shoot this near post, one, he's got to break. Like, he's not exactly at the near post, so it's not the perfect option. But let's just talk about it real quick. Like, say he's right here, and he's still driving. Like, he still has some momentum. Basically, like, if you hit it directly at him, it's very hard for him to clear it because the ball's going to hit him flat on. Like, he's going to have no momentum because he's going to have to stop completely, and it's going to be generally a bad save. Most people will just dribble the ball out like that, right into the middle, while better players, even if they have no momentum, can still, like, deflect it off their car and throw it back into the corners. But it's a very difficult play. So when you see someone driving in with momentum and basically can save any one of your shots, it's actually a good idea to directly hit them with the ball so they have to stop all their momentum and can't get a good clear. So he could have went for something like that here, but it probably wouldn't have mattered because Pro Bono was far enough back, but it's always an option to keep in mind. All right, we've been going pretty long here, so I'm probably going to do a little bit speedier for the rest of this. Not the entire thing, but we'll see how it goes. So good wall play here. It actually gives him time for his teammate to go get boost. He's just got to chip this in the middle. You don't really have to jump at this. Like, he probably could have just tapped it while he was on the wall to put a nice high a center, basically, and then have both goalies fly for it. Like, instead, he flies for that. Completely unnecessary. Doesn't really help him at all. And now he's a little bit out of position with zero boost. When instead, like, if he stayed on the wall, he could have circled around and waited for the rebound. This play works out. Gets a nice play off the wall. All he's got to do is beat both players. There, look, when you see both players go for something, just hit it past them. If you hit it past them, good things will happen. Wide open net, Lone Knight gets the goal. And we got a tie game. All right. Nice little half flip. Ooh, this is dangerous. Now, that was very dangerous. When you're in ball cam on these, you really don't know who's going to make a play on it. Johnny could have been making a play on this, so he should have probably flown a little bit earlier. He takes the risk and goes late. Gets a little lucky, to be honest, because if Johnny's in the air there, that could have been a goal. So got to be careful on those. Like, those are very hard to read when they're coming off the back walls, but you got to try and get some height on those to just get a tip off. Ooh, almost the shot in the net. So close. A good idea here. Tries to tip it up or something, but it just didn't really work out. It was kind of unfavorable bounce off that curve for him. Lonely Knight. Now, this is a really, really bad clear. You don't ever want to clear like this. Basically, he clears this by shooting it high off the wall, so it doesn't actually go up the wall. It just comes perfectly out center. And this is a perfect play for Pro Bono, but luckily, Pro Bono actually gets a terrible touch on this. He could have got a much better shot. Like, if he hits this high, like, if he just waits an extra half second and throws it above the net, he definitely has a really good play here with Johnny circling around as well. It's a much better play than just rushing this and throwing it into the corner, because now it's just Mr. Popo's ball. This is a little bit better because it's higher off the wall, so it's a little bit harder for them to make a play. And Johnny actually just coming off flat-footed there. I'm not sure what happened with him. I thought he would be up there to try and contest the ball, but he just doesn't go for it, I guess. Oh, he turns around. No, don't turn around when you're at midfield and you know they're about to hit the ball. Don't turn around like this anyway. Don't use your handbrake and lose all momentum. Like, do a circle motion, so at least like you keep your speed up in case you have to turn back around. But he spins around. Now he has no momentum and tries to get back, and it just doesn't work. Not a good idea to be spinning around like that near a boost. I think he was waiting for the boost, but it didn't work out for him. All right, so now they got the lead, 5-4. 54 seconds left. We'll see. This is exactly what I was talking about, actually, before. Like, if they hit it directly at you, which is pretty much what happens here. He drives a little bit, but it's not much. But when you have no momentum, it's very hard to make a play on this. See, right here, when he has no momentum, it's extremely hard to do much with. What you want to do is orient your car so it deflects off of it and goes into a corner. But instead, he hits it flat off the side of his car. It gives the ball no momentum. It doesn't really go anywhere. It just kind of sits right in front of him. And that could have ended terribly, but his teammates there to support him. So got a little lucky there, but it does prove that, like, if you do hit it right at someone, it's a very confusing play for them. And it's a momentum killer for sure for the ball plus the car, which helps. Nice little deflection pass there. Oh, good save. So this is a good idea. It's actually a really good angle, too. And then Lone Knight, just a little bit too far under the ball. Tries to circle around, doesn't make it. Johnny Bravo making a good save as well. This is a risky play. There's 17 seconds left. Your guy's out of the play for a little while. I think I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to kill it into a corner or something, just to give his teammate enough time to get back. But he actually hits it the wrong way. And it turns bad here. But luckily, everyone missed. And they get the clear. And that's probably going to do it for this game. But extremely close call. Like, when you're going for those aerials, you have to make sure that you get a good piece of it, or else in twos, it could end really, really badly, really quickly. And Lone Knight trying to make that last second pass. Doesn't work out. And the ball will drop, and that is the game. And that'll do it, guys, for this replay. Again, go to patreon.com/Gibbs00 if you want your replay analyzed, like Mr. Popo here. And, yeah, thanks, Mr. Popo. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll see you next time. Later.